Have you ever experienced a strange sensation, a shift in your body, or a feeling of unease that you just couldn't explain? Something that felt like it came out of nowhere, leaving you questioning your reality, your purpose, or even your existence. If this resonates with you, then what you're feeling may not just be a random symptom. It's a sign, a powerful indication that you're undergoing a profound shift in your consciousness. These moments, these strange feelings, may be much more than mere coincidences. In fact, they could be the most significant clues that you are experiencing a spiritual awakening. A process that, although intense and sometimes uncomfortable, is ultimately leading you toward a deeper understanding of who you are, your connection to the universe, and your true potential. You'll learn how to interpret these signs, how to navigate through them, and how to use them as powerful tools for your personal growth and transformation. Change is often perceived through the lens of external events, shifts in our environment, relationships, or circumstances. We tend to see transformation as something that happens out there, something dictated by forces beyond our control. However, the most profound changes we experience are those that occur on the inside, at the level of our consciousness and energy. The truth is that real transformation begins with an energetic shift within ourselves. And more intriguingly, this shift does not only affect our internal state, but it also influences the world around us in ways we might not even fully understand. We are living in an age of heightened awareness, where a significant and noticeable change is taking place both on a global scale and within our individual lives. The Earth itself is undergoing an energetic transformation. While it might be difficult to quantify or even fully comprehend this shift, we can certainly feel it. This shift in frequency is not only present, but it is also a critical part of humanity's evolutionary journey. Whether you're consciously aware of it or not, the Earth's energy is shifting, and it is profoundly influencing the energies of everything, people, nature, and the very fabric of reality itself. This shift, while intangible in many ways, is an energetic wave that flows through the cosmos and directly impacts the lives of those who are open to receiving its subtle yet powerful influence. When you begin to awaken to this energy, your experience of life starts to change. It's as if you're tuning into a different frequency, one that goes beyond the ordinary and taps into the extraordinary. The more attuned you become, the more you notice how the world around you is subtly rearranged to reflect this higher state of consciousness. At its core, this shift in energy revolves around an important truth. Your thoughts and feelings are energy. Everything you experience, every sensation, every thought you have, and every emotion you feel is, in essence, a frequency, a unique vibration that emanates from you and radiates outward. Just like radio waves that carry sound to your receiver, your emotions and thoughts emit a frequency that is broadcast into the universe. This means that your internal state, the very essence of how you think and feel, is constantly interacting with the world around you. When you experience negative emotions such as fear, anxiety, anger, or frustration, you are aligning with frequencies that resonate with those emotions. And just like tuning into a specific radio station, you begin to attract experiences, people, and situations that match those frequencies. If you are living in fear, the universe reflects back more fear, reinforcing the cycle of negativity. On the other hand, when you consciously choose to elevate your emotional state, you begin to tune into higher frequencies, frequencies of joy, love, compassion, and gratitude. These elevated emotional states have the power to shift not just your personal energy but the energy of your surroundings. When you align with these higher frequencies, you start to attract experiences, people, and opportunities that mirror those elevated states. It's a natural law rooted in quantum physics and the fundamental principles of energy. What you radiate is what you attract. But how do you know if you are actually going through this process of awakening to a new frequency? One of the most telling signs of this energetic shift is the way it affects your physical body. As you undergo a spiritual awakening or consciousness expansion, you might start to feel sensations in your body that are difficult to explain. These sensations might range from light tingling to intense pressure in the head, or even sensations of heat or cold running through your body. These physical symptoms can be perplexing and sometimes uncomfortable, but they are, in fact, powerful indicators of your energetic transformation. When you experience these physical manifestations, it's crucial to understand that your body is not just a physical vessel. It's also an energetic one. Every cell, every organ, and every fiber of your being vibrates at a particular frequency. As your consciousness shifts, so does your body's energy field. The sensations you experience are the result of your body adjusting to this new frequency, a process that can sometimes be felt as discomfort or disturbance. For instance, you might notice a feeling of pressure at the top of your head or the base of your skull, often referred to as the crown chakra or third eye area. This is a sign that your higher consciousness is starting to activate, and your brain is beginning to integrate a higher level of awareness. This could manifest as a feeling of heaviness or lightness in your head, accompanied by a sense of clarity or inner knowing. At the same time, emotional shifts can occur. You may find yourself experiencing mood swings, sudden bursts of intense emotion, or inexplicable bursts of joy, love, or inspiration. These shifts can feel jarring, especially if you are used to being in a more stable emotional state. But these emotional changes are part of the process. They represent your body's way of adjusting to the new frequency and aligning with the higher consciousness that is awakening within you. Consciousness is not a static state. It is a dynamic force that is always in motion, expanding and contracting, shifting and growing. When we talk about spiritual awakening, we are referring to an expansion of consciousness, a shift in perception that allows you to see beyond the material world and tap into the deeper layers of reality. This shift is what allows you to align with higher frequencies and access greater states of awareness. The process of awakening to a new frequency is often triggered by a deep inner knowing or a sense that something bigger is happening in your life. It can feel like an inner calling, a subtle nudge from within that urges you to seek something more meaningful, more authentic. As you become more in tune with this calling, your consciousness expands, and you begin to resonate with higher frequencies. This shift in consciousness is not just a mental process, it is a deeply energetic one. The more you allow your awareness to expand, the more you open yourself up to the flow of universal energy. You may begin to experience a deeper sense of connectedness to the world around you, a sense of unity with nature, with others, and with the universe itself. You might find that you are more sensitive to the energy of people, places, and situations, as your frequency aligns with the greater flow of energy in the universe. As your consciousness expands, you will also begin to notice how your thoughts and feelings begin to have a greater impact on your external reality. The more you tune into higher frequencies, the more your external world reflects this elevated state. You will begin to attract people, opportunities, and experiences that are aligned with your new frequency. Now that you have an understanding of how the energetic shift is occurring, it's time to look at how you can consciously harness this energy to facilitate your growth. Here are several practical steps you can take to help navigate this shift and align with the higher frequencies of spiritual awakening. Mindful awareness. The first step is to cultivate mindfulness in your life. Pay attention to the thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations that arise within you. When you become aware of these inner states, you can begin to consciously choose to shift your energy to a higher frequency. If you notice that you're feeling anxious or fearful, take a moment to pause, breathe deeply, and choose to shift your focus toward thoughts and feelings of gratitude, love, or joy. Meditation and visualization. One of the most powerful tools for aligning with higher frequencies is meditation. Regular meditation practice allows you to quiet the mind and tune into the subtle energy that flows within and around you. During meditation, visualize yourself surrounded by light or imagine yourself tapping into a higher state of consciousness. This will help you align with the energy of awakening and accelerate the shift in frequency. Emotional mastery. To maintain alignment with the higher frequencies, it's essential to learn emotional mastery. This means taking responsibility for your emotions and consciously choosing to elevate your emotional state. When you experience negative emotions, acknowledge them without judgment, and then consciously shift your focus to a more positive state. This might involve deep breathing, focusing on something that brings you joy, or practicing gratitude for what you have. Self-reflection and journaling. Regular self-reflection helps you track your progress and notice any shifts in your thoughts, emotions, or physical sensations. Journaling is a powerful tool for processing your inner world. Write down your experiences, your thoughts on the energetic changes you're experiencing, and any insights you gain along the way. This practice helps reinforce your new awareness and keeps you connected to your higher frequency. Connecting with nature. Nature has an incredibly grounding and healing effect on the body and mind. Spend time outdoors, whether it's walking in the park, hiking in the mountains, or simply sitting under a tree. Nature has its own rhythm and frequency, and when you connect with it, you align your energy with the Earth's natural cycles, helping to restore balance and harmony within. Letting go of the old self. The shift in energy often involves letting go of old beliefs, patterns, and attachments that no longer serve you. This might involve releasing old emotional wounds, letting go of limiting beliefs, or distancing yourself from toxic relationships. As you release the old, you create space for the new energy to flow into your life. Aligning with your purpose. One of the most profound ways to harness the energy of awakening is to align with your soul's purpose. When you live in alignment with your true purpose, you naturally resonate with higher frequencies, attracting the experiences and opportunities that support your growth. Embarking on a spiritual awakening often comes with a rush of unexplained sensations, physical, emotional, and even mental shifts that can leave you feeling disoriented. But don't be alarmed. This is not a sign that something is wrong with you. On the contrary, these sensations are an affirmation that something incredibly powerful is unfolding within you. As you awaken to higher frequencies and recalibrate your consciousness, your body, mind, and energy systems are all undergoing deep, transformative change. Many people experiencing spiritual awakening describe a variety of sensations, from unexplainable physical phenomena to emotional shifts that seem to come out of nowhere. What these experiences have in common is that they represent an energetic shift, an adjustment in your frequency that is awakening dormant aspects of your consciousness. As you begin to tune into this new energetic vibration, you're not just changing how you perceive the world, you're changing how you experience reality itself. These signs are not always easy to decipher, and that's why it's crucial to understand the deeper mechanics of what's happening within you. The more you understand the process, the more empowered you will feel to move through it with grace and awareness. Below, we delve into the most common symptoms of spiritual awakening and explore how your body responds to the energetic shifts. One of the most commonly reported symptoms of a spiritual awakening is the feeling of energy moving through the body. Many people describe experiencing tingling sensations, often in their hands, feet, or the crown of the head. This is sometimes referred to as the energy surge, and it's typically linked to the activation of your body's energy centers, more commonly known as chakras. The feeling of energy coursing through you isn't something to fear. In fact, it's a positive sign that your body is attuning itself to a higher frequency. As you begin to awaken, you may also feel pressure or discomfort in certain areas, like the head, chest, or abdomen. These sensations are typically associated with the release of blockages or old energy patterns that no longer serve your highest good. Your body is essentially clearing out energetic debris in preparation for the new, higher vibration. It's important to note that these sensations aren't limited to physical areas alone. They can also manifest as a sense of pressure on your entire energy field. The feeling of expansion, as if you're being stretched or compressed, can occur as your awareness expands beyond your normal scope of perception. This sense of pressure is often felt in the third eye area, forehead, the heart center, or in the root area, near the base of the spine, depending on where the energy is flowing through you. A profound emotional shift often accompanies the physical manifestations of spiritual awakening. You may find yourself experiencing moments of extreme joy and peace, followed by sudden waves of sadness, fear, or anger. These emotional ups and downs may seem confusing and disorienting, but they are part of the process of recalibrating your emotional system. Spiritual awakening doesn't just open your mind, it opens your heart. This expanded heart space can amplify emotions that were previously suppressed or ignored. As old emotional wounds rise to the surface, they can create emotional turbulence. But this isn't something to fear. Instead, it's a sign that your heart is opening, and as a result, you're allowing yourself to feel more deeply than ever before. You may also experience a deep sense of vulnerability, which can make you feel exposed or raw. This vulnerability, however, is a necessary part of spiritual growth. As you let go of the emotional walls that you've built up over the years, you begin to reconnect with your true self, a self that is more authentic, open, and compassionate. And in doing so, you become more attuned to the love that exists within and around you. On the flip side, the emotional turbulence you experience can be unsettling. You might wonder why certain emotions, seemingly out of nowhere, rise to the surface. The truth is that as you raise your consciousness, you're also opening the door to previously hidden emotions. These emotions can come from past traumas, outdated beliefs, or even deep-seated fears that need to be processed and released. This emotional detox process is crucial for your spiritual evolution. The key here is to allow yourself to feel what arises without judgment or resistance. Instead of bottling up emotions or suppressing them, let them flow through you. Give yourself permission to experience the full spectrum of human emotion without attachment. Over time, as you release the old, you will start to feel more centered and emotionally balanced, and these extreme emotional shifts will become less frequent. One of the most powerful and profound aspects of spiritual awakening is an increase in sensitivity. As your consciousness expands, so does your ability to feel deeply, both your own emotions and those of others. This heightened sensitivity can manifest in a number of ways. You may begin to feel more emotionally sensitive to situations and people. For example, you might find yourself overwhelmed by the energy of a crowded room, or suddenly moved by a piece of music, a conversation, or a scene in a movie that wouldn't have affected you before. This heightened sensitivity is a direct reflection of your growing awareness. You are learning to tune into the subtle energies of the world, and with this comes the ability to sense not just your own feelings, but the emotional currents of those around you. While this heightened sensitivity can feel overwhelming at times, it is also a powerful gift. Your ability to empathize with others will grow, and you may find that you are able to offer comfort and support in ways that were previously unavailable to you. Additionally, as you become more attuned to the emotional frequency of others, you will also become more aware of how energy flows between individuals. This can help you set healthier boundaries and protect your energy, ensuring that you are not overwhelmed by the emotions of others. Heightened sensitivity also means that you will likely become more sensitive to environmental factors. The energy of your surroundings can have a profound effect on your emotional state. If you are in a toxic environment or around negative energy, you might feel drained, anxious, or agitated. Conversely, when you are in a peaceful, harmonious environment, you will likely feel uplifted, energized, and inspired. Learning to create a space of peace and positivity around you becomes increasingly important as you navigate your spiritual awakening. One of the more difficult symptoms of spiritual awakening is a sense of disconnection or being out of sync with the world around you. This feeling is common, particularly in the early stages of awakening, and can make you question your place in the world. As your awareness expands, you may find that your old beliefs, habits, and relationships no longer align with the person you're becoming. You might feel out of touch with the things that once brought you joy, and you may no longer resonate with the people or situations that used to feel comfortable. This sense of disconnection can be disorienting, but it's also a necessary part of the awakening process. This period of feeling disconnected often represents a transition between your old self and your new self. The discomfort you feel is not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that you're shedding old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve your higher purpose. You're letting go of the version of yourself that was based on external validation, societal expectations, and conditioned responses. It's important to remember that this sense of disconnection is temporary. As you continue on your path of awakening, you will begin to reconnect with a deeper sense of purpose and belonging. You will find that new relationships, interests, and opportunities begin to emerge that are more in alignment with your true self. Trust the process and know that the old version of reality is falling away to make space for something far more authentic and fulfilling. As you continue to experience these signs and symptoms, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. You might question your mental or physical well-being and wonder if you're losing yourself in the process. But what if we told you that these struggles were not signs of regression, but signs of transformation? The truth is, You're in the midst of rewiring your brain, your energy system, and your consciousness itself. Spiritual awakening is a process of deep inner transformation, and the physical, emotional, and mental symptoms you're experiencing are the result of your mind and body adjusting to a higher state of being. During this process, old neural pathways, those built by years of conditioning, trauma, and habitual thought patterns, are being replaced by new, healthier neural networks. Your brain is literally reprogramming itself to support a more expansive, enlightened way of thinking. This rewiring process can feel uncomfortable, even painful at times, but it is ultimately leading you to a more empowered, conscious way of living. The key to navigating this process is self-regulation. Learning how to manage your emotions, thoughts, and energy will be essential as you move through this awakening. When you can regulate your nervous system and create coherence between your brain and heart, you create the foundation for lasting transformation. Instead of being overwhelmed by external circumstances, you begin to anchor your sense of peace and power from within. You learn to consciously choose your emotional responses, and over time, you train your brain to default to higher frequencies like love, joy, and gratitude. This shift in mindset will help you navigate the challenging moments of awakening with ease, as you begin to understand that discomfort is often a necessary part of growth. As you progress through your spiritual awakening, remember that this is not a journey of losing yourself, it is a journey of becoming your true self. Let go of the old patterns, beliefs, and identities that no longer serve you, and embrace the process of rewiring, knowing that each challenge you face is an opportunity for growth and transformation. Through self-awareness, self-love, and the cultivation of inner peace, you can successfully navigate the ups and downs of your spiritual awakening. And as you do, you will come to realize that this process is not just about shifting your energy, it's about embodying the highest, most authentic version of yourself. Spiritual awakening is a transformative journey, not just mentally or emotionally, but energetically. At its core, it involves understanding that we are deeply connected to the quantum field, the underlying energy matrix that shapes all of reality. This field is not just passive, it actively interacts with our consciousness and plays a vital role in creating our experiences. The quantum field operates through energy and frequency. Everything, including our thoughts and emotions, vibrates at specific frequencies. These vibrations ripple through the field and shape the world around us. Instead of trying to control reality with sheer willpower, the key is aligning our energy with the universe so that it reflects our intentions back to us. This alignment doesn't require effortful manifestation from the material world. It's about creating from the energetic field itself. As we tune into the energy of our future, feeling the joy, love, and abundance of the life we desire, we begin to naturally attract those experiences into our reality. The universe begins to respond to the energy we emit, bringing us what we need without us chasing after it. Our consciousness is not separate from the universe, it's a part of it. Every thought and emotion we have emits energy that interacts with the quantum field. This interaction shapes the possibilities that unfold in our lives. Manifestation happens when we align our thoughts and feelings with the energy of the reality we desire. It's not about forcing the world to bend to our will, but rather resonating with the frequency of what we want to create. For example, if we want to manifest abundance, we must embody feelings of wealth and gratitude, not as a pretense, but as a genuine expression of alignment with the energy of abundance. When we do this, opportunities and experiences that match our energy begin to flow toward us naturally. The law of attraction suggests that the energy we emit is magnetic. It attracts people, situations, and opportunities that match our frequency. If we consistently emit positive emotions, we attract positive experiences. Conversely, negative energy will attract experiences that reflect those lower states. This magnetic force is a constant in the universe, and by aligning our energy with what we desire, we amplify the pull of the universe toward us. A significant challenge in manifestation is letting go of the need for control. In the physical world, we are taught that success requires effort and struggle. But in the quantum field, manifestation is about alignment, not force. By surrendering to the flow of life and trusting the universe, we create the space for our desires to come to us naturally. Letting go of attachment to outcomes allows us to move beyond resistance, making the process of creation smoother and more effortless. One of the most powerful techniques in manifestation is to feel the emotions of your desired reality in the present moment. Rather than waiting for the future to unfold, begin embodying the feelings of joy, love, or success you wish to experience. This act of feeling the future now sends a powerful signal to the quantum field that you are already aligned with your desires, which accelerates their manifestation. In the quantum field, time is not linear, it's an illusion. This allows us to access our future realities in the present moment. By aligning with the energy of our desired future, we bring that reality into the now, bypassing the constraints of time and enabling rapid manifestation.